Lisa, would you also cover with the folks, if maybe you were going to later, but I'll just ask you to do it now. If there's an online application in place and you're not coming across an area that says, option to submit additional documents, it could be a cover letter, it could be certifications, things like that. How would you go about, making sure that you were able to submit a cover letter?
If like, say, for example, and it happens all the time, excuse me, like just yesterday, I was applying for a job on Indeed, and it only had one place where you could submit one document. So what I did was, I took my cover letter and I copied and pasted it in the same document as my resume. And so my resume and my cover letter were in one document, one Word document. And then I saved it as Lisa O'Quinn cover letter and resume. So they knew by looking at the title of that document that both of them were in there. So that's what I've done many, many times.
A trick of the trade, as they would say.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to have your full name on a resume. I mean, on the title of your document.
Yeah.
To differentiate you from anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also make it a point. I have like a filing system. I was telling Greg this, that I maintain, and it makes it really easy if I'm ever called for an interview. I create a jobs folder, like jobs 2023. And I create a folder, and I give the folder the name of the company where I'm applying for the job. And within that folder, I keep the job description, the resume, the cover letter, and like that column document. And any other information that I use in an interview prep, any notes that I take. And I used to do all that interview prep, and I used to write it out by hand with pencil. And I know that sounds old fashioned, but I stopped doing it mainly because if I saved it on the computer, it was all there. And if I ever had an interview with another company and I could use the same stories, which I do, or I can use the same data that I gathered, say companies in Northern Virginia, it's all there. So if they call me for an interview, I know where the folder is, I click on it, and I can start preparing for that interview. Everything is there in one place. And then the other thing is I keep an Excel document on the day that I submitted the cover letter, the title of the position, and the company. And that way I know how many letters I've sent out, when I sent them out. And, it makes it organized and it makes it easy.